So in chemical kinetics, we started to discuss rate, instantaneous rate, average rate, instantaneous rate at the start of the reaction said to be initial rate, how the rate is getting reduced as time passes on or as concentration get reduced. All those things we have seen. And based upon that, we have derived order also. For certain reaction, for example, for cyclopropane, conversion of cyclopropane into propene, the order is said to be 1. So, rate is equal to rate constant into concentration of cyclopropane. That's what we have written. It is order is 1. Sum of the powers of the concentration terms found in the experimentally determined rate law, that is said to be order. All right, that we have seen. And then for a reaction, nitric oxide getting oxidized into nitrogen dioxide, the order with respect to nitric oxide is 2, order with respect to oxygen is 1. Therefore, rate law is rate is equal to K into concentration of NO square into concentration of oxygen to the power 1. We need not mention 1. So, order with respect to nitric oxide is 2, order with respect to oxygen is 1. So, total order we say 3. Likewise, it is experimentally determined. We derived experimentally in the last class. Now, what is rate and rate constant? What is rate and rate constant? And then, what is order and molecularity? So, two things we are going to discuss now. What is rate and rate constant? The unit for rate, when I talk about rate and rate constant, you should know it is a constant. It is a constant. It will vary. It will vary as concentration is getting varied. It is a constant at a particular temperature. At a particular temperature for a particular reaction. For a particular reaction at a particular temperature, rate constant is always constant. Rate constant always constant. When I say at a particular temperature, when temperature is varied, rate constant will also vary. That is the meaning, inner meaning. Alright. Likewise, for a particular reaction, it is a constant. For this reaction, there will be one rate constant. For this reaction, another rate constant. That's all. So, you should know rate constant is a constant for a particular reaction at a particular temperature. It will vary with concentration. Vary with concentration. At the start of the reaction, rate will be higher. When the concentration gets reduced, rate will also get reduced. So, that point you should understand about rate and rate constant. And then, one more point that you should understand is the unit for rate is mole per liter per second. Always this is the unit. The unit for rate constant depends on the order of the reaction. Order of the reaction. When the order of the reaction get varied, the unit for rate constant will also vary. For a particular reaction, unit will be constant. But for different reactions, it depends on order. Alright? Because just now we have seen rate is equal to K into molar concentration of cyclopropane. It is first order reaction. For the reaction nitric oxide getting oxidized to nitrogen dioxide, rate is equal to K into molar concentration of nitric oxide square into molar concentration. Order is 3. So, what will be the unit for rate constant then? Here, K is equal to rate divided by concentration of reactant, that is cyclopropane, to the power 1. Concentration K is equal to rate divided by molar concentration of reactant to the power 1. For this particular reaction, rate constant is equal to rate divided by molar concentration of reactant to the power 3. Why 3? 2 plus 1, therefore 3. 2 moles of nitric oxide to the power 2 to the power 1, sum 3. Therefore, what will be the unit for rate constant for this reaction and this reaction? For this reaction, rate always mole per liter per second. Here concentration always mole per liter. Mole per liter and mole per liter get cancelled. Therefore, unit for rate constant for this particular reaction, rate constant is second inverse per second. For this particular reaction, what will be the unit for rate constant? Unit for rate is always mole per liter per second. Concentration of reactant mole per liter, but to the power 3. So, mole per liter and 1 mole per liter get cancelled. It will become 2. 3, it will become 2. When it is taken over to the numerator, liter square, mole to the power minus 2. Here mole square per liter square. When it is go over to the numerator, mole to the power minus 2. Liter to the power 2. So liter square per mole square per second, it is present already. This is the unit for rate constant for third order reaction. Likewise, for different order reactions, we have to calculate like this. For first order here first, second order here 2, third order 3, zero order means it is 0, likewise. Alright. So likewise we can find out the unit for rate constant for different reactions. Now what is a rate then? It is the speed at which the concentration of reactant, the speed at which the reactant is converted into product. The speed at which a product is formed, the concentration of product is getting increased. Alright. So rate is the decrease in concentration of reactant per unit time. So speed at which the reactant is converted to products. Speed at which the concentration of reactant is converted into product. Now what is K? It is just a proportionality constant. It is a constant. We can say proportionality constant. How do we derive speed or rate of the reaction or speed at which reactant is converted into product? Minus dFA by dt. If the reaction of this kind, minus dFA by dt. And for this reaction, it is directly proportional to concentration of reactant. Usually, the rate of the reaction is directly proportional to concentration. Of course, power may get varied. Very rarely, it may not depend on concentration. Very rarely, zero order reaction. So, usually, rate of the reaction is directly proportional to concentration of A. Sometimes to the power 0, that means 1. Sometimes 1, sometimes 2, sometimes 3, order of the reaction. It depends on order of the reaction. But usually, it depends, except for zero order reaction. Except for zero order reaction. Rate will not depend on concentration, only for zero order reaction. Alright. Usually, it depends. When we equate these two, rate and the concentration, we get a constant. That constant is said to be rate constant. That constant is said to be rate constant. So, proportionality constant. It is speed by which the reaction is taking place. Change in concentration divided by time interval, that is speed. Alright. Then, it has to be measured only by experiment. Rate of reaction, measure of decrease in concentration of the reactant per unit time. Measure of decrease in change in concentration per unit time. Likewise, we find out rate. Sometimes if it is A gives B, it can also be plus dB by dt. Measure of increase in concentration per unit time. Alright. So, measure of decrease in concentration of the reactant or increase in concentration of product, that is said to be rate, whereas it is equal to the rate when concentration of the reactants are all considered as unity. Rate is equal to rate constant into concentration of reactant to some power. When it becomes 1, rate constant is equal to rate. So, rate constant is equal to rate when the concentration of reactant equal to unity R1. The concentration of reactant is equal to unity. It is a decrease in concentration of reactant per unit time. Then, what about final point? The rate of the reaction depends on initial concentration. When the concentration is higher, rate will be higher. When the concentration is lower, rate will be lower. So, rate depends on initial concentration. But rate constant is independent of initial concentration. It is a constant, independent of initial concentration. So that is about various points under rate and rate constant. I have given you 5 points. It varies with concentration. This is about more or less last point. It is a constant at a particular temperature for a particular reaction. Unit depends on order of the reaction. Here it is a speed at which reactant concentration, reactant is converted into product. There it is nothing but proportionality constant. It is a measure of decrease in concentration of the reactant or increase in concentration of the product. There it is equal to rate when the concentration of the reactants are all equal to 1. When it becomes 1, K is equal to rate. That's what we are mentioning here. Here it varies with concentration. At high concentration rate will be higher, whereas that is independent of concentration. So that is about rate and rate constant. Now we should go into molecularity. Only then I can compare order and molecularity. What is order and what is molecularity? All right. Let me go into order and molecularity. Now what is molecularity? In chemical kinetics, we should bother about mechanism of the reaction also. There may be so many elementary steps involved in the conversion of a reactant to product. For example, decomposition of hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide decomposes to form water and oxygen. This is the reaction. For this we may claim the order as 1, 2, whatever it may be, 0, whatever it may be. Order of the reaction may be 1. Decomposition of hydrogen peroxide. Thermal decomposition of hydrogen peroxide. That means when hydrogen peroxide is heated, it becomes water and oxygen. Order of the reaction has to be determined experimentally. Molecularity it is the number of molecules involved in each elementary step. It is the number of molecules involved in elementary step. Number of molecules involved in elementary step. So this particular reaction takes place in 2-3 steps. What is order? Two hydrogen peroxide, when it gets decomposed, it becomes water and oxygen. So what is the first step? Hydrogen peroxide, when it is allowed to, here the catalyst is iodine, all right. So I minus is getting involved in the reaction. Hydrogen peroxide reacts with I minus to give H2O and OI minus, all right. Then in the next step, again one more molecule of hydrogen peroxide reacts with this OI minus to give water and oxygen. Along with that, the I minus is regenerated. So iodide ion, in the presence of iodine, the reaction takes place. Here, iodide and iodide get cancelled. OI minus and OI minus get cancelled. Therefore, 2H2O2 gives 2H2O plus O2. It is a total reaction. This is the reaction. For this reaction, it is step 1 and step 2. Step 1 involves reaction of hydrogen peroxide with iodide ion. Step 2 involves reaction of hydrogen peroxide with OI minus ion. Hypoiodate I can say. Step 2. In the first step, 2 moles are involved. So molecularity for this elementary step is 2. This is the rate determining step. It is a slow step. In a particular reaction, there may be so many steps, but rate depends on the slowest step possible. What do you mean by this? It is said to be bottleneck principle. When we pour water from the water bottle can be empty only the rate at which from the neck portion how much water can come out per second. In a theater or in a meeting hall, when persons are going out, see, from their places they may move fast to the entry spot, but the rate at which the number of persons whom can go out at a particular particular time interval, says 1 second, is the rate of vacating the cinema hall. So this is how we find out rate of a reaction, and it is a slow step determines the rate. So it is a slow step, therefore it is said to be rate determining step. Rate of the reaction is determined by this. Therefore order of the reaction also depends on this, which contains 1 hydrogen peroxide, therefore order is 1. Likewise we predict. Here molecularity, 2 moles are involved. So molecularity for the first step is 2. For the second step 2. For each elementary step involved in the reaction, we determine molecularity. So molecularity is the number of atoms, ions, or any particular species which is getting involved in the reaction to form the product. Number of molecules or ions or any distinguished chemical species which is involved in the chemical reaction to form the product, that is said to be molecularity. But order, what are the things which decides the rate of the reaction? Experimental determined rate equation, that gives the order. All right. So now let us go into the difference between order and molecularity of the reaction. All right. So hope you might have understood based upon this. This particular reaction takes place in 2 steps. For each step, each elementary step, these are said to be elementary steps. For the reaction to proceed, 2 elementary steps are required, and in both the elementary steps, molecularity is found to be 1 because 2 moles of substances are involved. Now, what is order and what is molecularity? Let us try to distinguish order and molecularity. All right. So, order of a reaction is the sum of the powers of the concentration terms found in the experimentally determined rate equation. XA plus YB gives MC plus ND. XA plus YB gives MC plus ND. Here, rate law may be given as rate is equal to rate constant, molar concentration A to the power something, maybe A. Molar concentration B to the power something, say B. Here order is nothing but A plus B. It is experimentally determined. It need not be equal to X, it need not be equal to Y. Some power, that power, sum of the power is said to be order. So order of a reaction is the sum of the powers of the concentration terms found in the experimentally determined rate equation or rate law. This is rate law. Rate law relates rate with concentration of the reaction. That is a rate law or rate equation. So that is order. Order of the reaction is sum of the powers of the concentration terms found in the experimentally determined rate equation. Whereas molecularity is the total number of atoms, molecules, or any distinguished chemical species which are involved in the reaction, involved in the elementary step of the reaction. For each elementary step we have given rate. So for hydrogen peroxide we have given 2 elementary steps, and for both elementary steps molecularity is said to be 2. So molecularity is the total number involved in each elementary step. Each elementary step. All right. Now, order of a reaction can be 0, maybe fraction or whole number. So we can have 0 order reaction. Rate of the reaction is equal to K into molar concentration to the power 0. It may be 0 order. May not depend on the concentration. It may be 1. It may be 1.5. Anything. Depending upon the experimental conditions we decide how the rate depends on the reactant concentration. So order of a reaction can be 0, fraction or whole number. Here always whole number. Always whole number. It cannot be 0 and it cannot be in fraction also. All right. Molecular reaction always whole number. It cannot be 0 or fraction. Then rate order is determined for the overall reaction. The overall order is A plus B. Order with respect to A. Order with respect to B. Overall order A plus B. So order is determined for overall reaction. Here it is for each elementary step. For each elementary step, order is determined. All right. Order is determined for each elementary step. So that is about the differences between order and molecularity of a reaction. Now let us go into the example given in the book. All right. Consider the oxidation of nitric oxide to form. So the example that we have illustrated earlier is given as an example question. Example 1, page number 211. Consider the oxidation of nitric oxide to form nitrogen dioxide. Already everything gaseous state. Express the rate of the reaction. So they asked us to find out, express rate of the reaction in terms of changes in concentration of NO, O2 and NO2. That is first part. So how to express the rate in terms of change in concentration of NO, O2. See, it is nothing but minus df NO by dt. That is the rate. Rate with respect to NO. But since 2 moles are present, it has to be divided by 2. Minus 1 by 2 df NO by dt. How? Why? The rate of disappearance of NO, here 2 moles. When 2 moles disappear, 1 mole of oxygen. So here, rate of disappearance of NO is twice the rate of disappearance of oxygen. All right. So here we say df O2 by dt minus again. And then what about NO2? Minus 1 by 2 df NO2 by dt. This is how we define rate. Then only all the three will be equal. Rate of formation of NO2 is found to be twice the different that of NO2. And therefore, 2NO plus O2 gives 2NO2 is given as minus 1 by 2 df NO by dt. The number of moles has to be divided. Here number of moles, since 1 mole we are written as such, here formed, therefore plus. Here NO2 is formed and therefore number of moles 1 by 2 df NO2 by dt. This is how we define rate of the reaction in terms of reactant with change in time. And then second part, at a particular instant when oxygen, concentration of oxygen is decreasing at 0.2 mole per liter per second, what is the rate of NO2 increasing at that instant? NO2 is increasing and decreasing. Here decrease in concentration of oxygen is found to be 0.2. df O2 by dt is equal to 1 by 2 into df NO2 by dt. Here the question is, when it is decreasing by 0.2 mole per liter per second, what will be the increase? So we can ignore the sign because decrease, increase. Only for that we have introduced minus and plus. So no need to introduce sign here, because there if I write I will be saying increasing, here if I write I will be saying it is decreasing, reactant concentration decreasing. Now it is given as 0.2 mole per liter per second. Rate in terms of oxygen is given, minus 2 mole per liter is change in concentration per second time interval, which is equal to half into df NO2 by dt, or dNO2 by dt is equal to 2 into 0.2 mole per liter per second. That is 0.4 mole per liter per second. So rate of formation of NO2 is found to be twice the rate of disappearance of oxygen. Rate of disappearance of oxygen is 0.2. Therefore, rate of formation of NO2 is found to be 0.4 mole per liter per second. This is how we find out the rate of formation of nitrogen dioxide. And then evaluate yourself. Question number 1. All right. Write the rate expression for the following reactions. You are asked to find out, you are asked to give rate expressions for the following reactions. Few reactions are given. Let us try to give rate expressions. For the following reactions, assuming them as elementary reaction. 3A plus 5B2 gives 3A plus 5B2 gives 4CD. And then x2 plus y2 gives 2xy. You are asked to find out rate expression for the following reactions, assume them as elementary reaction. So rate expression may be given as rate is equal to rate constant into, for the first one, rate is equal to or df something, rate is equal to k into molar concentration of A to the power 3 into molar concentration of B2 to the power 5. That's all. Concentration of A to the power 3, concentration of B2 to the power 5. If experimental result may slightly vary as per the stoichiometric equation, since it is given as elementary reaction, it is taking place in a single step, that itself is a rate determining step. Based upon that, we derive the rate law like this. So rate is equal to, for the second one, k into molar concentration of x2, now square only 1 mole, molar concentration of y2, that's all. Only 1 mole of x2 and 1 mole of y2 are present, therefore it is given as such. That may form the rate expression. All right. Now consider the decomposition of N2O5. Decomposition of N2O5 to form NO2 and oxygen. Here it will be 2. This is how the equation, balanced equation will come like this. Balanced equation will come like this: 2N2O5, 4NO2 plus O2. At a particular instant, N2O5 disappears at a rate of 2.5 into 10 power minus 2 mole per decimeter cube per second. At what rates NO2 and O2 formed? So rate of disappearance is given, rate of formation is asked. And then you are also asked to give rate of the reaction. At what rates N2 and O2 are formed? So at what rate? So the rate of disappearance is 0.25 into 10 power minus 2 mole per decimeter cube per second for N2O5. How to write the rate expression? Minus df N2O5 by dt 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2, because we have 2 moles, is equal to plus 1 by 4 df NO2 by dt, which is equal to df O2 by dt. Here plus sign, in both cases plus sign, here minus sign. Of course it is decrease, it is increase, we can ignore the signs. Sign can be ignored. Now this value we know, rate of disappearance of N2O5 we know, mole per decimeter cube per second, mole per decimeter cube per second, yes. So half into 2.25 in 10 power minus 2 mole per decimeter cube is equal to, mole decimeter per second is equal to liter or decimeter cube, both are same, is equal to 1 by 4 into rate of formation of nitrogen dioxide. Rate of formation of nitrogen dioxide, dNO2 by dt. So what is dNO2 by dt? dNO2 by dt is equal to 1 by 2 into 2.5 into 10 power minus 2 mole per decimeter cube per second. When this 1 by 4 come over here, it will become into 4. So 2 into 2.5 into 10 power minus 2, which is nothing but 5 into 10 power minus 2 mole per decimeter cube per second. If I go for this, it will be half. All right. How? dFO2 by dt is equal to half into this much, half into 2.5 into 10 power minus 2 mole per decimeter cube, which is nothing but 1.25 into 10 power minus 2 mole per decimeter cube. This is how we find out rate in terms of nitrogen pentoxide, nitrogen dioxide and oxygen. All right. Then we shall go into example 2. Example 2. What is example 2? What is the order with respect to each of the reactant and overall order of the following reaction. Br minus 5Br minus plus BrO3 minus plus 6H plus gives Br2, 3Br2 plus 3H2 plus 3H2. Experimentally determined rate law. Rate is equal to K into bromide ion into bromate ion into H plus ion square. The question is, what is the order with respect to each of the reaction overall thing? That is for first reaction. Second reaction is given as CS3CHO acetaldehyde gives CH4 plus CO2. Here rate is given as K into molar concentration of acetaldehyde to the power 3/2. You are asked to find out order with respect to each of the reactant as well as overall order. Very simple. Order with respect to Br minus 1. Bromide ion concentration, even though 5 moles are present, rate depends only on the unit concentration of Br minus and not to square or to the power 3, 4 or 5. Likewise, bromate ion, BrO3 minus, it is also depending on 1, but hydrogen ion 2. So, order with respect to bromide ion 1, order with respect to bromate ion 2, order with respect to hydrogen ion 2, overall order 1 plus 2 plus 2, which is equal to 4. Overall order 4. Individual order 1, 1, 2, that's all. Likewise here, acetaldehyde. 1 mole is present, but the order is 3/2, 1.5. So, order with respect to acetaldehyde is 1.5, only one reactant. So, overall order is also 1.5. Order can be in fraction, whole number or 0. Alright. Now, one more example. I think with that, the time may be over and we can wind up. Next example. Rate of the reaction X plus 2Y. X plus 2Y gives product. For this rate is given as rate is equal to 4 in 10 power minus 2 mole per liter per second. If X concentration of X is equal to concentration of Y is equal to 0.2 m. M means mole per decimeter cube or mole per liter, capital M. What is the overall order of the reaction? So, consider, yes. See, it is a very simple question. It can be solved in another way also. Rate constant is given as rate constant at, of course, temperature is not needed. Rate constant K is given as 2 into 10 power minus 2 second per second. Rate constant is a constant. Here, the question is, what is the overall order of the reaction? Order of the reaction should be 1. Why? The unit for rate constant is per second and therefore order is equal to 1. We can simply solve like this. Rate is equal to rate constant to molar concentration of reactant to the power x. Only if it is 1, rate constant is equal to rate, unit for rate is mole per liter per second, concentration is mole per liter. We can get the unit second inverse only if it is first order reaction. So, order of the reaction is equal to 1. But they didn't expect the such shortcut method. Based on the unit for rate constant, we can predict order of a reaction is equal to 1 since unit for rate constant is per second, because unit for rate constant depends on order of the reaction. If it is one more question, you can solve like that. But they given certain data, they expected you to do the calculation. All right. As per their expectation, let us try to do the sum. What is their expectation? Since we were a little bit brilliant, we have solved like this. Rate constant, unit for rate constant is per second, therefore it should be a first order reaction. Now, what is their expectation? Let me go in that way. Rate is equal to rate constant to molar concentration of X into molar concentration of Y to the power maybe A and B. We may not be knowing. It may be 1, it may be 2, but we may not be knowing. Rate is equal to active mass of rate constant into molar concentration x to the power A into molar concentration y to the power B. Now, what is the rate? Rate is equal to 4 into 10 power minus 2. Let me need not use the concentration. Rate constant, the value of rate constant is 2 into 10 power minus 2. All right. Then concentration of x is equal to y is equal to 0.2. Therefore, let it be 0.2 to the power A into 0.2 to the power B. So, 0.2 to the power A plus B, 0.2 to the power A into 0.2 to the power B is nothing but 0.2 to the power A plus B. Am I correct? X to the power A into x to the power y is equal to x to the power x plus y, because base are equal. Therefore, powers we have to add. The powers have to be added. A plus B we have added. 2 into 10 power minus 2. 4 into 10 power minus 2. So, 0.2 to the power A plus B is equal to, let me keep as such, I am bringing this side. 4 into 10 power minus 2 divided by 2 into 10 power minus 2. Get cancelled. 2. So, total order A plus B is equal to 2. Oh, sorry, how can it be? We made somewhere wrong. No, it is 0.2. 0.2 to the, yes, sorry. 0.2 to the power A plus B is equal to 4 into 10 power minus 2 divided by 2 into 10 power minus 2. 0.2 to the power A plus B is equal to 2 into 10 power minus 2, which is nothing but 0.02. Let me go to the equation once again. Rate 4 into 10 power minus 3, sorry, it is given as minus 3. It is given as minus 3. Minus 3. If it is minus 3, what would be the value? 2.2. Yes. 0.2 to the power A plus B, therefore 1. All right. So, A plus B is equal to 1. Order of the reaction is equal to 1. This is how we solve the sums. All right. Thank you.